Hey everybody, welcome back to Champ and Sons and our Madden 21 Houston Texans franchise. As we are 3 and 0 on this season, looking to go 4 and 0 here against Arizona in this episode. Now last week we our offense was pretty efficient. The passing started to get a little maybe that's more on me hesitant. Our running game really had saved us during that. And so it's one of those things. Moving forward, we're probably going to have to rely on that quite a bit. And that's why you see me taking a look at, possibly looking at signing Duke Johnson Jr. to a long-term contract. He is 27, but if we can get him for 4 years, and we do end up signing him for 4 years, I don't need to sign David Johnson again, but that'll keep him until he's about 31. If anything, we can try to pick one up in a draft in a couple years, trade him maybe even to get a decent pick, depending on who we have at that spot as our career goes. Now, taking a look, like I said, David Johnson, I was thinking about, he's coming up to be re-signed. I was going to trade him, but he's already on the trading block. And so it's one of those things. Nobody's making offers for him, so I'm not really going to get anything worth it to go through and try and trade him. It's best just to kind of keep him for the remainder of this season, and then we're probably not going to sign him in the offseason as we get going. I do know we need offensive line help, right? So we looked at the left guard last time out. And other than the top one or two guys, there really wasn't anything else. So I started checking out right guards, knowing they can be a little bit versatile, but right guards look at even worse. It's weird. This is not going to be a draft to pick up, a good lineman. That's probably going to be something we're going to have to look at free agency. And so that's kind of, I don't like that. I don't like having to be in that position, but that's kind of where we are right now. And so, as you can tell, there's really nothing available. Almost everybody's projected, maybe a third or fourth, but has the talent of not being drafted and all of that. So we're going to have to review our offensive line going forward from here. And speaking of our offensive line, looks like we're going to be facing off against Chandler Jones with Arizona, who isn't their X factor. They're going to try to give us fits today, but hopefully we can hold up on him pretty well. All we really need to do is beat the Cardinals. Once again, I hate trying to set up to where we limit the number of sacks or turnovers, especially with having Chad Pryor at the helm. So we just wanted to beat them, and that's kind of our main focus for this. So we are going to be jumping into it here in a minute. And before we do, I just want to say, if y'all have not already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, as it really does help out our channel, and we do greatly appreciate it for everybody that does. So I hope you're ready, because here we go, getting into it against Arizona. And the Cardinals will be taking the ball first in this game, as they have it at the 27-yard line. And Kyler Murray, the very versatile quarterback coming in, he will dump it off to his running back to start this game. That is Alvin Kamara for Arizona. They picked him up. I'm not sure if that was a trade or he actually ended up being released. But either way, he is now on the cards. And he is running it right down our throats as they do pick up a first down with Kamara. And you can see last week he was very effective. He had 12 rushes for 136 yards and 1 touchdown for the Cardinals in their previous game. So he is going to be tough to stop. We've always kind of tried to maintain focus on the passing game. So we have neglected the run a little bit throughout the season. But I think we are getting to be more balanced and overall pretty well better, as we do get Kamara stopped on that run for no gain, as that will bring up a 2nd and 10 for Arizona from their own 39-yard line. And we have to be careful with Kyler. He has got so much speed that, if he gets out in the open, it's going to be dang near impossible to stop. Now on their 2nd and 10 play, Kyler will dump it off to their tight end on the right side as he will get stopped after only a gain of 2, and that will bring up a 3rd and 8. That is the first third down that our defense has faced this game, and we are going to need to be keeping these up and getting them stopped and getting off the field. And Kyler Murray will find his tight end again deep down the field as he will get all the way down to the 26 on that 3rd down conversion. That is not what we need. Our zone, our linebackers, for some reason, are not in the proper position whenever we run the zone, and that really hurt us on that one. Now, a little later in the drive, we have Arizona with the 1st and goal, and Kyler does take it out to the left and try to get into the end zone, but we push him out just at the 2-yard line. So now with a 2nd and goal from the 2. They're going to be stacking the box, so are we. Looks like they're going to try to power it right at us. Man on man, beast against beast. And Kamara takes it to the outside on the left and will get in for the easy touchdown. Untouched, getting into the end zone. They will now be leading 7-0. Cliff Kingsbury's fired up about that. So now on our first drive of the game, we'll take over at the 25 and hand it to DJ. He gets a good rush up the middle for about 7 yards. And that's what we've been needing. That's what we've had all season this year. That's what we did not have last season. And, this running game has really contributed to our big 3-0 start so far. And it's looking like it's probably going to be our bread and butter, especially with the backup quarterback in the game. And now on 2nd and 3, they get the snap off and try to get the pass going, but Chandler Jones does disrupt us, adding the pressure, and Pryor is just not able to put on an accurate pass. Now with a 3rd and 3, we're going to hand it up the middle to Junior. He's going to get the 1st down and get a good gain all the way to the 41. That will be a rush of 8 yards for Junior, his 1st of the game. Now we have a brand new set of downs. 1st and 10 from the 41. Pryor's going to be in the shotgun. And we're going to take the snap, and Pryor's going to scan the field and dump it off. Once again, we are under pressure, and so that one does not come off very accurate, and it will fall incomplete. As we now have a 2nd and 10 from the 41-yard line. We're going to be in the shotgun again, 2 to the left, 1 to the right, DJ in the backfield. And we're going to get handed off to him up the middle, and he's going to pick up another good gain for us, as he will have 6 yards on that one, as we now got a 3rd and manageable with only 4 yards to go here on 3rd down. Now from the shotgun once again, Pryor's going to call Kiki QT over in motion. We're going to kind of drift off to our left. We're going to hit QT on the pass, and he's going to take it up for a 1st down and get all the way down to the 43, as that will be our first completion for 11 yards. Now a little later in the drive, we find ourselves at the 11-yard line inside the red zone. Pryor's going to drop back, drift to his left, dump it off to Fells, who's only going to get 1 yard on that one. But with this is something that, as you can tell, the passing it does not seem like it was before when Pryor first stepped in against Las Vegas. And so we are trying to be a little bit more careful with it, except for on that throw, and we almost actually come down with the ball, just not able to hold on to it, as we now find ourselves with a big 3rd and 9 from the 10-yard line. And now we have 3 to our left, 1 to our right. Pryor's going to take the snap in the shotgun. Chandler Jones adds the pressure and does get the sack, as we just don't have enough to escape him. And that will be a 4th and 15 as we kick the field goal to make the score 7-3. Now in the ensuing drive for Arizona, they will take over at the 22, and they'll run it up the middle with Kamara, as we will get him stopped after a gain of 2. Trying to keep him contained is going to be tough today, especially when we have to focus on Murray. Now at the 2nd and 8, coming from the 24-yard line. Murray's in the shotgun. He takes a snap, but we get some good pressure on him with Merciless, and he gets the ball away. And there's a flag for roughing the passer. Oh, my God. We cannot be doing that. That is a foolish mistake on us. Lapse in judgment. That will give up a free 1st down all the way to the 39-yard line. as they now have a 1st and 10. Now Murray's in the pistol. He'll hand it off to Kamara, who's going to got a big hole up the middle. We do close on him as quickly as we can and limit that gain to only 5 yards. However, that is not what we need to be seeing, holes opening up like that. So now with the 2nd and 5, Cardinals are already at the 45-yard line. Murray's in the pistol again, and he hands it off to Kamara again, and this time we shut him down quick, and we knock the ball out. Zach Cunningham is going to recover the fumble on that one. The first turnover of the game goes our direction. Bernardrick McKinney laid the lumber, and Zach Cunningham picked up the mess that came out of that. That is what we need to win games, ladies and gentlemen. Win the turnover battle. So now we have ourselves a brand new 1st and 10 from the 49-yard line. Pryor's going to dump off the screen pass to DJ, who's actually going to get a little bit of a step on the defenders and get a decent pickup for about 9 yards. That's one of the best screen plays I think we've run this whole series, picking up that 9-yard gain. So now with a 2nd and 1 from the 40. Pryor's got 2 to the left and 1 to the right. Johnson in the backfield. He's going to hand it off to DJ with a big hole on the left side, and DJ is going to power his way all the way down for a 1st down. Now a little later in the drive, in the 2nd quarter, we are at the 15-yard line with a 3rd and 4. Pryor's going to take the snap, and he's going to try to get the run again. We just can't seem to get away from Chandler Jones as he will sack us, forcing us to kick another field goal, as the score will now become 7-6 here in the 2nd quarter. And on the first play of the Cardinals drive, Murray will just throw that one away. It looked like he may have had a little lane up the middle, but he does not take it. Instead, we now have ourselves with a 2nd and 10. Now Murray's in the pistol. He'll get the snap, and we don't get a whole lot of pressure, and he'll get the pass off to, that's Hopkins. I forgot we're completely facing a man that used to do so much for us, and now he's going to try everything he can to destroy us, essentially. And he does pick up the 1st down all the way to 39. And on their next 1st and 10 play, Kamara with a big hole on the left side. They are just moving us around like we are nothing. Kamara will get 9 yards, and that will take Arizona to their 47-yard line, bringing up a 2nd and 1. Now at the 2nd and 1, Murray's in the shotgun. Hands it off to Kamara again, who had a big hole, but Ross Blacklock's able to fill it and bring him down. He did gain that 1st down. And so now we catch up with the Cardinals a little bit later in the drive, all the way at the 6 with the 1st and goal. And they do hand it up the middle to Kamara. McKinney's able to make the stop at the 2 to bring up another 2nd and goal. Needing to keep him out of the end zone, trying to make sure we keep everything within one score. Having to be 10-6 is a lot better than 14-6. And on the next drive, they will hand it to Kamara, and this time Tyquan Lewis gets in for the stop for no gain, as that will give the Cardinals a 3rd and goal, as this will be a big down in this one. Now 3rd and goal. Kyler Murray is going to be in the shotgun. They're starting to spread us out wide, which makes me nervous because they hand it up the middle, and Kamara is able to get in for his 2nd touchdown of the day, as that will take us to halftime with a score of 14-6. Our offense, as you can tell, has just been ineffective this whole game with 37 passing yards and 75 rushing yards. We will need to do a better job in the 2nd half. And now taking a look at scores from around the league, the Colts, our division rival that are 2-0, they are trailing the Chiefs 3-6 at halftime. Winston with 41 yards, Mahomes with just 103. And then we go to the Steel City of Pittsburgh, where the Browns put a beat down on the Steelers. Roethlisberger with 200 yards and an interception, while Mayfield had 237 and 2 touchdowns, with Nick Chubb scoring 1 as well. As we go back down to Nashville now, the Bengals will lose barely to the Titans as Tannehill edges them with a 20-17 score, as he threw for 209 yards and 1 touchdown on the day. So now the 2nd half will begin, as we do take over possession at the ball at the 25-yard line, and we decide to go back to what we've been doing best this whole season, giving it to our running backs as DJ heads up the middle for a gain of 6 yards, bringing up a 2nd and 4 from the 31. Pryor's going to be under center with 2 tight ends, and we hand it up the gut to Junior, who's going to get powered forward but get stopped just at the line to gain, basically making it 3rd and inches. Now Pryor's going to be back under center. We're going to go right back to the run game on this one. We hand it off to Junior. He's going to find a big hole on his left, and he's got some space, and he makes a man miss as he will finally be brought down at the Cardinals' 39-yard line. What a rush by Junior on that one. And that spurs us on in this drive as we will catch up at the 11-yard line with a 1st and 10 in this game. Now 1st and 10 from the 11. Pryor does not have any space, but we finally squeak through, and we will be able to slide down at the 5. That will be Pryor's 3rd rush on the day as he has 19 yards on the ground. Now 2nd and 4 from the 5. Under 10 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. We'll hand it off to Junior, who's going to get stopped early. Our tackle and everything let off his block a little too soon, so they did get in to give us a stop in the backfield. Now we have a 3rd and 5 from the 6. Taking a look, we're going to be in the shotgun 5 wide. Pryor's going to get the snap. And we're looking for an open man, and I had him. I saw one man open, but the pocket closed in around us, and they were able to pick up the sack again, resulting in the 3rd field goal of the day for Houston. So now on the ensuing drive, Kyler Murray is going to get out in the open, and this is what makes him so dangerous for us as he gets a big rush all the way to the 37-yard line. He does have 5 rushes for 60 yards on this day. Now with the 1st and 10 for Arizona. At their own 37. Murray's in the pistol with 2 tight ends. He's going to turn around and hand it to Kamara, who has a little bit of a hole, but McKinney is able to step in and fill that gap and shut Kamara down after a gain of 3 yards. Now with the 2nd and 7. Murray's going to be alone in the backfield, 5 wide. And we're going to try to get some pressure, and we do, but we're not able to get the sack. And Murray will throw that one away as that brings up a big 3rd and 7 for our defense. 3rd and 7. Murray's got 3 to his left, 1 to his right with Kamara in the backfield from the shotgun. Murray's going to get the snap, and we are going to get some pressure on that screen play, and it will fall incomplete as they will have to punt the ball away to us, and we take over at our own 21. Now on our ensuing drive, we hand it off to DJ. He's going to get up the field for about 8 yards, and I know it says timeout in the yellow wording. That was not a timeout or a flag. DJ actually got hurt on that play, so he is out for now. We hand it off to Junior, who's going to go up the left side and not find any running room whatsoever. And DJ is going to be out with broken ribs. Oh, man, I'm not sure how long that's going to be out. In the end, that's one of our main staples of our offense is having a dual-headed running back game, and we just kind of lost that one. This time we hand it to Junior, who's going to get blasted coming off from the weak side, but he will be knocked further just barely to get the 1st down. Now once again, we find ourselves in the red zone for multiple times today with the 1st and 10, but guess what? We decide to false start as that will push us back 5 yards and give us a 1st and 15 from the 24-yard line. And this is where things start to get dangerous for us because they're going to start eyeing Junior, knowing that we might end up running it. And our passing game, Chandler Jones is just destroying our right tackle, getting pressure on us consistently. And we're just not able to get the pass off to where we can squeeze it into tight zones like we would if Watson was on the field. So now with the 2nd and 8 from the 17 in the shotgun, we will dump off the screen pass. And we will take it with Junior all the way down to about the 11-yard line. And there is a flag for roughing the passer, as that will give us half the distance to the goal from the end of the play, as we will now have a 1st and goal from the 5-yard line. And we are going to be in the shotgun. We're going to spread them out wide, trying to get a little hole open up over the middle, but one just does not do it as Junior gets stopped. Really for no gain on that one, as we do have 2nd and goal now from the 5. Once again, going 4 wide. This time running some slants, getting some movement over the middle. Hopefully we can find someone open. And Pryor's going to start running to his left, and he finds the lane, and he will get the first rushing touchdown of his career. Chad Pryor with a big play, giving us a lead in this game. Looking kind of goofy afterwards, but heck, I would too if I just scored my first rushing touchdown of my career. Now the Cardinals will take over after we failed on a 2-point conversion, and just like that, we fail on that interception. Vernon Hargraves, I need you to step up on that one, man. And so now Arizona will have a 2nd and 10, trailing by 1 point with the time on this third quarter ticking down quickly away as that second down play goes out of bounds after a gain of about 3. And that will take us here to the fourth quarter as we do have a 1-point lead, 15-14 over the Arizona Cardinals and Kyler Murray. Now with a 3rd and 7. This is a big one for us, and we really need it. They're going to send a man in motion. Murray does the play action on him. And he can't find anybody open. They will jump it off to his receiver, but we're able to get the stop before he can get to the first down. It looked like they may have had some people downfield, but he just was not able to get it to him. So they will punt the ball back to us, and we now have another turn starting at our 32. And that rush doesn't really get us what we are looking for, as we do only get 3 yards to our own 35-yard line, giving us a big 2nd and 7. Every down counts in this one, especially with it being only a 1-point game. Now with a 2nd and 7 from the 35. We are going to drop back to pass. And we find Cobb open over the left side on the slant, and he will make a great catch for us, taking us all the way down to the 48-yard line. And that will help us get all the way down to the 27, where we find ourselves with a 3rd and 4 a little later in this drive. And on this 3rd and 4, we try to get moving, but Pryor just doesn't have the ability to switch gears that quickly, and he will be sacked by Chandler Jones once again, causing us to kick a field goal. Now, after a couple of scoreless drives in that one, we do find ourselves with the Cardinals as they will have the ball at the 49-yard line. And after that incomplete pass, they will have a 2nd and 10. There is only just under 6 minutes to go in this game. Now Kyler Murray will dump it off to Kamara over the middle, and McKinney will blast him once again, but he does not drop the ball this time. He maintains possession, giving him a brand new set of downs at the 40-yard line. Now 5 minutes to go. Murray in the shotgun. We bring the pressure, but he does get the screen pass off, and there's no one there to stop him. We missed the first tackle, and Hargraves finally pushes Kamara out at the 18. Man, we could have used that first tackle all the way at the back, but Kamara is just that good, as we now gave them a 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line. Under 5 minutes to go, and a massive hole open the middle. Zach Cunningham comes off his block and makes a great tackle, stopping that gain for only 9 yards as they take it down to the 8-yard line with a 2nd and 1. Murray will be in the shotgun. 2 to his left, 1 to his right. Kamara in the backfield with him. Murray will take the snap, and he's scanning it, and he dumps it off to his tight end, who's going to break one tackle but not get away, as he will be brought down at the 3, bringing up a 1st and goal for the Cardinals. There's now under 4 minutes to go by the time this is snapped, as it is goal line versus goal line on this one. And they hand it off the first time, and we will get the tackle. He does not get in. He is just short all the way down to the 1, as we now have a 2nd and goal. And we are going to be having to bring some pressure. We know they're probably trying to spread us out to run it like they did the last time. So we do bring the blitz, and they do fall right into our hands, exactly what we thought. And Walker and McKinney team up to make the stop in the backfield, as that will give them a 3rd and goal now from the 3-yard line. And once again, Murray's going to be in the shotgun. Hopkins is in the slot. And they hand it off to Kamara, who's going to try to make a man miss. But Ross Blacklock is able to come in and get the tackle, and Tyquan Lewis goes down on that. as that is not what we need because he is our backup, which means we only have really one other defensive tackle to fill in. So now they're going for it on the 4th and goal for the game. Kamara up the middle for the touchdown, as that will give the Cardinals a 3-point lead, as they will have 21-18 lead with 2 minutes and 43 seconds to go. Their sideline is ecstatic, and we are trying to work the comeback in a 2-minute drill with a 8 overall rookie quarterback. And our first play, we're going to try to trick them with a little run, but it's not very tricky because they stop us in the backfield. Jordan Hicks comes in big time, former Longhorn, making a stop, bringing up a 2nd and 12. And we are going to let that one go to the 2-minute warning. I thought about snapping it beforehand, but figured it may just be best. Let this get to 2 minutes, and let's start trying to work our way down the field from that point as we regain our composure. Now with a 2nd and 12 from the 28. This is going to be the official 2-minute drill as we hand it off since they've spread it out wide, and we do pick up a decent little gain for 4 yards with Junior, and that'll give us a 3rd and 9. We know this is 4-down territory, so I don't even need all 9 yards right now. Just need to get us in a good position. So now 3rd and 9, 3 to our left. They bring the pressure on us, and we will dump the pass off, and it's going to be swatted away from QT as he was not able to come down with it, and we now find ourselves with a 4th and 9 where we have to get the 9 yards. And so we have 3 to the right, Fuller to our left. And we're going to take that snap, and we're going to get it to Fuller, who is going to be open over the middle somehow, and we will be brought down at the 48-yard line. As we are on the move, we still have 3 timeouts. We are going to use them sparingly. On the next play, we're going to roll out to our left, and we will fumble it, but somehow we recover that one. Oh, my goodness. 2nd and 22 from our own 36-yard line now. That is not what we needed to have happen. And we did have to burn one of our timeouts on that as well. So now 2nd and 22, we're going to bring Fuller in motion, and we're going to get the snap off. And Fuller has a little bit of space, but we're going to get it over to Cobb over the middle, as he will get us all the way down to about the 48-yard line. We have to burn our 2nd timeout. We have 56 seconds. We just need to get into field goal position. I did change the tempo to no huddle, so we are going to be running no huddle automatically. It's not something I have to trigger. And Pryor will now take the snap. As we find ourselves throwing it to QT coming in on the slant as he gets a big catch all the way down to the 32-yard line. 1st and 10. We are in field goal position, but we have got a chance to kind of win this game. But instead of risking it, we go for the safe move, running it with Johnson, as that'll take it down to 20-some-odd seconds here in this game. We're going to drop back to pass. Chandler Jones comes through with the sack again. And I completely forgot that I had it on no huddle, so they hurry to the line, and the time runs out. Poor clock management causes us to get our first loss of the season. We are now 3-1 because of foolish clock management on my part. That one is completely on me. We should have at least been able to kick the field goal and go into overtime, but just wasn't meant to be today. Even though we ended up playing overall better than the Cardinals, we just couldn't put the points up in the end. And that really hurt us throughout this whole game. Their defense just kind of had our number. They gave up yards, they bent, but they never broke. And that's why we had so many field goals, along with the touchdown as well. So taking a look at some of the upgrades, we're going to start out with Conley, who gets upgraded to become a 79 overall. And now we have our rookie, Matthew Walker. He is a 77. We're going to upgrade, I'm looking at his run stopper or power rush. Power rush fits our scheme more, so what I'm going to do is go ahead and get that upgraded. He stays at a 77 overall. But it's one of those things that I just felt that was a better way to go. Now, Vernon Hargraves, who made some really good plays, but also had a chance at an interception that he did not come down with. That does happen, so we will upgrade his man is man coverage, and he will be a 77 overall as well. Next comes Max Forbes, who started seeing more playing time. And for him, I'm thinking, slot upgrades man coverage. So while man is our scheme, slot provides the upgrade to that. And he actually gets +2 man coverage and +2 play recognition. He's a 76 overall. We may need to start looking at getting him some more playing time. He might have to start sharing time with Vernon Hargraves. Somehow Rashawn Bushrod gets an upgrade. I'm not going to argue. He's still out with his abdominal tear. But hey, I've said it before. I'll say it again. We will take what we can get in this series for this team. Eric Murray, our backup free safety. We will get his zone coverage upgraded, which will give a pretty good boost to his awareness. I'm giving him 2. Now we start getting into our backups a little bit. And while we finish up these upgrades, I do just want to remind you, everybody, to hit that subscribe button if you have not already. Boom, there it is. And if you did like today's episode, go on ahead and hit that little thumbs up button as well. It definitely does help out our channel, and we do all appreciate it here at Champ and Sons. And so that will do it for us here in week 4. We are now 3-1 on the season. And no, we did not get any upgrades because we lost. So we will see y'all in the next episode, where we will be taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars in a Thursday night matchup at home against our division rival. And so I will see y'all then. And as always, everybody, stay safe, and well, y'all know how it goes. Later, y'all.